Hey there. So in this video, we are going to talk about how to reset and refocus your business in a really powerful way in a short period of time. If you feel like you're in this place where maybe you're just coming off a summer vacation and you haven't been working a ton, or things are just kind of floating away from you, you don't have a really clear picture of what's going on in your company overall, but you don't have two things: a ton of time to go through a whole business assessment and reset process, and frankly, you might not feel like it. You might not actually need a whole entire business stop, team meeting, team retreat, but you still need to refocus where you are. If that's what you're looking for, this video is for you. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. Certainly tells YouTube that the content that we are giving out is helpful to you and you want it. And also make sure that you are checking in the notes here for references. Like if you like this video, you're also going to like some other videos that I want to suggest for you based on this one that YouTube isn't suggesting, that comes from the fact that you're spending a minute to hang out here with me. And so this is the content that you value. So we are going to unpack a process that I have done for over 15 years. I've taken hundreds of entrepreneurs through this process. I call it reset and refocus. As a matter of fact, I used to do this process as like a live challenge twice a year. I haven't done it live with businesses in a really long time. I still conduct this process myself, and I get comments from businesses that once they learn how to do this, they keep running this on autopilot in their company as well. So that's what we'll go ahead and break down in this video. Let's do it. Okay, how to conduct a reset and a refocus process for your business. Okay, this process is going to take very short time and it's going to be very valuable to you. So, rule number one, I want you to set aside 4 days, not whole days. Don't freak out. I know I just told you it's going to take a short period of time. So, 4 days. I want you to look at your calendar right now and I want you to decide. You can look at it while you're watching this video and just say, okay, I'm going to go through this reset and refocus process on these 4 days. And I want you to make these 4 days in a row. So they're only 4. You can start them on a Monday through a Thursday, a Wednesday through a Saturday. I could care less, but make sure you're doing them in a row. And on each day, here is the rule. You are going to take one area that I'm going to give you, and you're going to focus on it each day. No more than 2 hours maximum per day. And as a matter of fact, I have gotten it down to a science where it takes me 7 minutes in each one of these areas. And if you only have 7 minutes, it's going to be really successful for you too. You can take up to 2 hours, but rule number one is you're not allowed to take more than 2 hours in each one of these different areas we're resetting. So, number one, pick 4 days on your calendar. Number two, in those 4 days, you need to set a time. You need to say, I'm going to do this at 8 a.m. each day, or noon each day, or 5 p.m., or whenever it is. I don't care. But number one, you have to set the dates. And number two, you have to schedule the time. Make sure it's in your calendar. Make sure that nothing else gets booked during those times, or you don't have to go to Costco, or your kid doesn't have practice, or your executive assistant is not going to book a very important meeting for you. This is your time, and it is important for you to protect this time. Okay, so we have the dates. Now we have the times, maximum 2 hours per day. On day one, you are going to look at your sales. And I'll go through each one of the days and tell you the themes, okay? And this is exactly what you're going to do. You are going to, and I call it like splash down out of your brain. Step number one, you can get a blank piece of paper. This doesn't have to be fancy. Don't make perfect the enemy of doing good things, right? You're going to write down and splash down what is going well. And these could be exact sales numbers, but this is also looking at your sales system, your sales process. So if the process of doing sales calls is really going well, then you're going to write down. First, you're going to congratulate yourself and really like, we're nailing this. This is going great. It could be, your sales materials. It could be your purchase process, whatever checkout process you use. This is all about sales and numbers and the process of converting leads into buyers. So step number one, you're going to jot down all the things that are going really well, all the things you love, all the things you're happy about. Just splash it down on a piece of paper. Step number two, now you get to write down what is broken or what needs fixing. Super simple, right? So what's working, what's great, what do you love, what's broken, or what needs fixing. And then step number three is where you're going to jot down what you want to create new solutions, new things you want to build. So don't mix 3 and 4. It's going to be easy to mix like the things that are broken with the new solutions you want to build. In step 3, you're just identifying them. As Dania Douglas Hunt, by the way, I love her. She's part of our coaching team. She works with our clients on a monthly basis. She's a peak performance money mindset coach, as Dania would say. Like, identify that it's there and move on. We're not going to say like, oh, these things suck, these things aren't working. We're not going to harp on the things that are totally not working. So in step number 3, you're just going to be like, this is broken or this needs fixing. That's it. And then in step number 4, you're going to write down new things that you want to build or new ideas that you may have. That is the rotation. So for each day, step number 1, you're going to look at a focus area. Don't worry. I only give you one focus area. It's sales for day 1. We'll get into the other ones here, but I want you to know the routine first. So you're going to look at what is working, what you love. Jot it down on a piece of paper. Step number 2, what is broken or what needs to be fixed? Don't harp on them. Don't solve it. Promise me you're not going to solve it now. This is not solution time. Okay. And then step number 4, what in your mind, what ideas have you had or things that have been on the calendar already that you want to build, new things you want to do? That's it. It can be done in as little as 7 minutes a day, or you can take up to 2 hours, but do not take more than 2 hours on this. Okay. This is just an identification. It's giving you permission to pause and focus on one area of your business and only one area. And then you're going to go about your day. Day 2, focus area is going to be marketing. Okay. Sales and marketing are 2 separate things. We know that sales and marketing are not the same thing. Okay. So marketing. What is working well in marketing right now? You could be talking about your visual graphics. You could be talking about the numbers of subscribers to your YouTube channel. You could be talking about, that you're doing a great job getting booked, speaking on stages, whatever that is. What are you doing well? What are you really happy about with your marketing? Is it hardcore numbers or are they things that you're doing that you really enjoy? Don't forget, business is about doing work that we really enjoy. And so there are different parts of our business and things that we love about them. And this is a great opportunity for you to be like, man, I really love the way we do this, even if you're not actually the one doing it. So jot down what's working well for marketing. Number 2, what's broken or what needs fixing. And then number 3, what you want to do in the future, what you want to build. On that wish list, the future wish list, it could be, teach more workshops. It could be do a TED Talk, whatever that is for you. It could be, a goal of reaching 10,000 followers on something. So whatever that is for you. So again, day 2, marketing, what's great, what needs fixing, what you want to do. Okay. So we have sales day 1, marketing day 2. Day 3 are going to be your programs and your offers, your solutions, your products. Okay. Now, what is working well with your products? What do you love about your products? This could be how you're actually delivering your products. This could be certain assets. They could be comments that people are saying about how great your program may be. What is working well within the products that you are currently delivering? Current products. What is broken and what needs fixing? What do you not like? What do you wish you guys weren't doing anymore, or wish you weren't delivering, or wish you weren't selling? Like, what is broken? What needs to stop, or what needs to be fixed? And then number 3, or what are your new ideas for products and solutions and services and trainings and programs and licensing offers and all those things that you want to do in the future? Day 3 are your actual products. And then day 4 and the last day are your systems and operations. Okay. So within systems operations, it could be your internal SOPs, your standard operating procedures. It could be how you pay your team. It could be how you communicate with your team. It could be anything as far as internal systems and operations that keep your business working like a well-oiled machine. So for systems and operations, number 1, what is working well? What are you nailing? What works great? What do you love? Number 2, what is broken? What is not working? What needs to be fixed? And number 3, what do you need to create or build that's new or upgrade or bring in new people. This would also be a place where you would write down saying, okay, hey, listen, we want to hire somebody to run our sales meetings. Even though you might also have that in your sales and wish list, you'll see a duplicate of that in systems and operations. So that is how you conduct a reset and a refocus challenge. So let's kind of repeat what we said. You can do it in as little as 7 minutes a day. When I used to run these live 4-day challenges, the rule was you weren't allowed to spend over 7 minutes a day. But if you want to spend a little bit more time, do not take more than 2 hours. Promise me. That's the rule with this. Because as you've noticed, we aren't actually solving anything here. The purpose of the reset and the refocus challenge is to identify what's working, what isn't, and what we want to do next. That's it. Okay. So day 1 is sales. Day 2 is marketing. Day 3 are your programs and your solutions, your products. Day 4 is systems and operations. On each day, what's working, what's broken, what you want to do next. After you've done this, walk away. After you've done this, then you are going to either schedule a meeting with your team or your advisors or your consultants or your coach or yourself. And you are going to look at each one of these areas separately, and you are going to create an implementation plan of action for each one of these areas and delegate it to the right people accordingly. So the whole purpose of a reset and refocus is not about creating a massive time, constraint on something. And I think that that's why a lot of people don't do these. And so with this, I want you to take this process. I want you to steal it. I want you to use it for yourself. I've been doing it myself for a really long time. It works very, very well, especially if you're like my husband and I own 5 companies. Many of you don't know that. When you have a lot of things going on at once, or you travel with your kids, or you're, writing a book or whatever it is, it's important to take these pauses and take a look at what's working well and what isn't, without taking any action. Oftentimes we'll either move right into the solution, or we'll feel like we can't really pause and note things because we need to solve it right then. And frankly, that's just, honestly, it's just not life. It's just not reality. So if you will do this process once in the beginning of the year, or ideally, I want you doing it like towards the end of the year so that we can move into the plan of action in January. But the biggest time of year that people usually love doing this is August or September, like right when I'm dropping this video for you. We are doing this ourselves as a team right now, and it's super simple and it's not going to take a lot of time. So if you're watching me on YouTube, comment below. Tell me what you love about this. Tell me what you don't love about this. If you need any help, comment, let me know. I have tons of more resources we can share for you regarding reset and refocus. I know you have very little time. I know that you don't want to do things that are not very valuable action-taking items that are going to move your business or your life or your time or your team in the right direction. I promise you this is very valuable and does not take a lot of time, and it will give you massive insight without feeling the heaviness of implementing immediately, with also giving you a complete business picture so you aren't implementing one thing in a silo. It's also really important. So hope you found this helpful. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, share this video with your friends. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you so much for being here. We've been producing this show for 7 years. I really appreciate your faithfulness and listening, and I will talk to you guys on the next training. Bye-bye for now.